कोई नहीं.
How much time is left? Ishank, I will have to take my laptop to other room to give the speech. So I need that. Till that time, you will cover up with your speech.
Okay.
3:29, running on to 3:30.
Everyone's here, so we'll start what on time.
Everybody on mute except Rohan. No, except Aisha. ईशान का बैकग्राउंड मैचिंग एकदम.
Aisha ma'am, we can begin.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Afternoon.
Welcome to 240 meeting of Toastmaster of Delhi. A mother and a baby camel were lying around a tree. The baby camel asked her mother, "Why do camel have humps?" Then the mother replied, "We are desert animal, so we have humps to store water, so we can survive in a little water." The baby camel thought and again asked, "Why our legs are so long and our feet are rounded?" And the mother replied, "They are meant for the walking in desert." The baby camel again asked, "Why our eyelashes are so long?" And the mother replied, "That protect your eye from desert wind." And the baby camel thought and thought, "Our hump is to store water. Our legs are for walking in desert. Our eyes to protect in desert winds. Ma, why we are in zoo?" And the mother have no answer. Skill and abilities are only useful if you are in right place at right time. Otherwise, they go to the waste. Let me recite our club mission. Now, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Let me recite the housekeeping rule for the smooth running of our Toastmaster meeting. Please keep microphone on mute during speeches. To applaud, you can unmute your microphone or use hand gesture feature of Zoom. If possible, be in video mode to enjoy the meeting. Don't be too serious during the meeting. Whenever you get time, unmute yourself and express your feeling and your thought. Please avoid any cross talk during speeches. Please avoid any aggressive talks about religion, sex, and politics. In case of any technical assistance, you can contact our host of the meeting. Now, I would like to hand over this stage to our very enthusiastic, dedicated, and hardworking president, Toastmaster Rohan Bansal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha, for such an energetic start to the meeting. When we think of sports, what comes to your mind? Football, cricket, or Olympics? For me, when it comes to sports, the first thought that comes to my mind is the game that I played as a 6-year-old child, where we used to keep stones on top of each other. We used to hit the ball on the stones, and we used to chase our teammates who used to run after those stones and the ball. And this was the most fun times of my childhood, at least. I'm not sure how many of you have played, but I'd love to know. But that sport taught me the importance of team building, team collaboration at a very early age in life. With that, welcome all of you to the 240th meeting of Toastmasters of Delhi. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Before I proceed with the meeting and call on the Toastmaster of the day, I'd like to get a sense of who's joining us as a guest in today's meeting. Hi, Shagun. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you please introduce yourself for the club members here? Oh, she's left. Okay. Lavina, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
Hi, Lavina. Could you please introduce yourself? How did you come to know about Toastmasters of Delhi and what brings you here today?
Hi, I knew about Toastmasters from a cousin of mine who joined about 20 years ago. And I came to know about this club by Googling it. So I left my contact and Shahed contacted me. What I'm looking to learn from here is to get over my fear of public speaking. I'm very comfortable talking to 2-3 people, but when it comes to addressing a room, that's what makes me shiver. So I'm looking forward to learning from all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lavina, for coming. Do participate in our table topic section as well. That'll be a really fun aspect for you. Okay, who's up next? Okay, Shagun has left the meeting for now, so we'll get an introduction later. Without further ado, I'd like to call a Toastmaster who I have been very excited to look forward for today, and who's playing his debut role as Toastmaster of the day. Please help me welcome on the stage with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Ishan Bansal. Over to you, Toastmaster Ishan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohan, for such a lovely explanation of how you enjoy the game you played in your childhood and how that helps you in learning team management skills. In cricket, you will not get all loose deliveries like full tosses and straight ones. Sometimes you get bouncers too. And as a batsman cannot hit sixes on all the balls, same goes with life too. Sometimes in life you goes through tough phases and sometimes you had the easy ones. So just like batsmen do to the bouncer's delivery, you also have to duck the bouncers that life throws at you and hit the sixes on the loose ones and just let the scoreboard of life keep ticking. With this life lesson, I would like to wish a very good afternoon to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests. Beyond sports, being born and brought up in a small town and spending most of my leisure time playing cricket and other sports, I had a dream of becoming a cricketer one day. But as I grew, life has other plans. But today, when I see what changes sports brings in my life, it seems to be enormous. In fact, we all can correlate our life with sports in some way or another. And it's not just about winning or losing, it is beyond that. Though there are n numbers of traits which we can relate with sports, but let me share a few here. So the first trait which we can relate to our life with sports is courage. I always get goosebumps when I heard the story of a 16 years old kid who made his debut in international cricket against the deadly trio of Pakistani fast bowlers on a bouncy grassy wicket. And what happened in that match? He got a hit on his nose, very tough one. Blood was gushing through his nose, but he took the courage to stand again. And today the world known him as the god of cricket. In life too, when you get hit from the bouncers of life, you have to stand again and just keep moving forward. So you have to take that courage in your life too. Second trait I want to mention is decision making. Who could have imagined MS Dhoni giving the final over of the World Cup final match to an inexperienced bowler and winning the World Cup after 24 years for India? In life too, you have to take certain tough decisions that might change your life. So decision making is one of the essential trait which I have empowered in my learning from sports. Coming to next trait, that is self belief. Oh, I would like to quote one example of a very honorable Olympian, Michael Phelps. Oh, what a sports personality he is. Winning 23 Olympic medals, where winning one is a dream of many, is a sheer power of self belief and willpower. In life too, one have to believe in oneself to win the gold medals of life. Coming to the next trait, I would like to mention the importance of each second. Ask the importance of each and every second to that athlete who just misses his Olympic medal by fraction of a second. In life too, one should never underestimate the importance of time management. As it is said, each seconds count. Though my list of traits can go on, but keeping the time constraint in mind, let us now begin the meeting. Before that, let me explain what a standard Toastmaster meetings looks like. There are three sections of the meeting. First, prepared speeches session, where speakers deliver their speeches based on their objective provided by the Toastmaster International. Second, which I love the most, is table topic session, where a speaker are given a topic on the spot and they have to talk about the topic for nearly 2 minutes. And the third session in the evaluation session, where the evaluator will provide feedback and mentions the area of improvement. With that, now I would like to call upon the stage a very energetic and dynamic Toastmaster, Aisha ma'am, who is the journal evaluator for today. And like when I asked her about her opinion on sports, she told me she was a champion in sports in her college days, participated in almost every sports, and one day she got married, but since then she is a household and kitchen champion. Journal evaluator Aisha Praveen, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishan, and good afternoon, everyone. I am General Evaluator of today's meeting, and I am responsible to maintain proper decorum in the meeting and evaluate whole meeting. As you all know that no game is successful without its player. It is effort of whole team to achieve the goals and win the match. For today's game, we have some dedicated players who all are ready to show their abilities. They are our auxiliary role players. I would like to call Toastmaster Nimit Malhan, timer of the day. Please come and explain your role. Toastmaster Nimit Malhan.
Thank you, ma'am Aisha Praveen. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the timer of the day. I am responsible to keep a track of the time taken by various speakers and role players. Toastmaster Amelia and Toastmaster Rohan will deliver their prepared speeches. Time allotted for Toastmaster Amelia's speech is 3 to 4 minutes. I will show a green card at 3 minutes, a yellow card at 3 minutes 30 seconds, and a red card at 4 minutes. For Toastmaster Rohan, time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. I will show a green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and a red card at 7 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. For speech evaluators, time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. The green card will be shown at 2 minutes. The yellow card will be shown at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 3 minutes. Again, there is a grace period of 30 seconds on the either side. For table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show a green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red card at 2 minutes. And for table topics, you have a grace period of 30 seconds on the plus side. Any speaker who finishes before or after the grace period will not be considered for awards. I will submit my report during the general evaluation. Back to you, Ma'am Aisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimit. Our next player is Toastmaster Kamal as a counter. Please come to the stage and explain your role, Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Aisha Praveen. Hello, dear Toastmaster and dear guest. I am the counter for the day. And before that, as we all know, today's theme is beyond sports. So I want to share a wonderful quote of Michael Jordan, and that is, I have failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. So we can see how sports motivating generation to generation to do better and making them great in their specific field. So I am the counter for the day. Filler words, crutches cause interruption in the speech, which further distract the attention of the audience. As a result, they reduce the impact of the speech. My role is to make notes of the pauses like filler words used by the speakers and role players. Filler words are like so, I mean, well. In addition, unintentional sounds like and ums and long pauses will be noted. I will submit my report during the general evaluation. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster Aisha Praveen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. Now it's time to call our empire of this match, Toastmaster Simranjit Kaur, as a Graminian of the day. Toastmaster Simranjit Kaur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha. Good grammar is the groundwork for communication. Better the grammar, clear the message. Hello everyone, I am the grammarian of the day. So I would be listening to you all and would be noting down the good usage of grammar, the bad usage of grammar, and would be presenting it at the end of the meeting. Coming to the word of the day is serendipity. Serendipity means that if something happens, something good happens purely by chance. So, for example, I can use it the way the best thing about traveling is the part that serendipity plays in our adventures. So I would be looking forward to all your speeches and the usage of the word of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Simranjit. And last but not the least, our last player is Toastmaster Bhavna as an active listener. Please come to the stage and explain your role, Toastmaster Bhavna.
Everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. The art of communication is the language of leadership. And do you know how we become an effective communicator? It's by being a very good listener. So my role as an active listener today would be to note down some interesting information that I gathered through the speeches and from the role players. And I'll be asking some good fun questions at the end of the meeting to ensure whether all the members have been actively listening throughout the meeting. And I look forward to having a serendipitous meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Aisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna. And this is from my side. I will come again in my evaluation session. And over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ishan Bansal. Ishan, unmute yourself.
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha. As it is said, a leader is as good as his team. I am glad that you had a wonderful team of evaluators. Now, coming to our first session, prepared speeches, let us begin the first segment, that is the prepared speeches session. There are two prepared speakers of the day. Please give in your feedback in the ballot for every speaker. The ballot will be sent on the meeting group. The guests too will be added to the same group. Towards the end of every session, you will be asked to vote on a poll after each speaker. Do take time and fill the feedback for the speaker. So our first, let us call the first speaker Toastmaster Amelia Said, who will be delivering her level 3 project 1 speech on the topic Thy Name Is. But before that, may we have the evaluator Toastmaster Bhavna to read out the speaker's project objective. Please put your hand together for evaluator Bhavna Sharma.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishank, and we're absolutely loving your theme. And so Toastmaster Amelia is giving her level 3 project 1, which is social speeches. And the objective of this speech is to practice delivering social speeches in front of club members. Timer, please note, time limit is 3 to 4 minutes. And I wish you all the best, Toastmaster Amelia, for your speech. Over to Toastmaster Ishank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna. Toastmaster Amelia is a result-driven employability coach, trainer, mentor, transformational leader, and a public speaker. She has been a Toastmaster for more than 4 years. And like when I asked her thoughts about today's theme, so she had a very wonderful thought like discipline in life is important, which comes by playing a sports. Though she said she lacked a discipline as she was never into sports, but I doubted that. And one trait that she have learned from sports and included in her life is don't give up attitude. With that, please welcome Toastmaster Amelia Said. Thy name is Amelia Said. Over to you, Toastmaster Amelia.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishank, for that wonderful introduction. Thy name is frailty, thy name is woman, as Shakespeare said. And if you all know that phrase, you will always think about woman as weak. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear friends. Today I'm going to raise a toast, so I would request you to hold your imaginary toast in your hand while I speak about the woman. I do not believe that frailty, thy name is woman. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a sister. The journey of a woman is, at any stage of life, full of challenges and difficulties, but it totally depends on what kind of environment she has lived in or been raised in. No matter what, she is still strong. I want to raise a toast for the strength she carries. A woman of substance who is also a woman of power, a woman who has a positive influence, and the word itself, woman, has a meaning in itself. To be branded as a woman of substance, it is one of the greatest compliments that I want to give every woman out there in the world, because a woman is an influencer, a caregiver, a nurturer, and a lover for every aspect or role in her life. I want to raise a toast to the women who do not follow the crowd, rather who lead the crowd. This toast is to praise and respect the courage that she shows. And the woman who walks alone is also courageous because she takes that amount of courage, willpower, and strength to take it forward. Today, we question a woman many times. We question her courage, her willpower, her strength as a human being. But she, when once she decides, emerges as a winner. She surprises you. She's like a phoenix who rises from ashes. The question it's not about who is going to ask me or let me do. As a woman, nobody can stop me. I believe as a woman, I and all other women are unstoppable, unbeatable around the world. And I want to raise a toast to that strength and power she reflects in all the things she does. I want to raise a toast to the woman who will sit back in the bathroom and cry, but walk out of the house as if nothing ever happened. And that takes a lot of courage. I want to raise this toast to the elegance, kindness, composure. This is for her as a confident, a deliberate, and intelligent woman. This toast is for the humble, honest, and the love that she showers on every role or every aspect in her life. As I raise this toast, I have a poem to share. And that poem is all about being a woman. Some say I'm a strong woman. Some tell me I'm a brave woman. Some think I should be more of a woman. Some will tell you I'm a good woman, while some think I'm not much of a woman, or at all like any woman they ever knew, and that I could be so much more. But I am as a woman. All I am is a woman. I am the woman I can be, the one I want to be, not the one I could be, should be, or would be. Not so much more, too much like, or nearly so. I'm a woman, and thy name is power. Over to you, Toastmaster.
What a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Amelia. Let's give a round of applause for the speech of Toastmaster Amelia. Now coming to our second, please take 30 seconds to give your feedback for the speaker. Shahid sir, do we have the voting now or like the
Voting is after the speeches are done.
After all the
Okay,
speeches are done.
okay, good. Okay, this let me introduce to the second speaker. Let us call the second speaker Toastmaster Rohan Bansal, who will be delivering his level 5 project 1 speech on the topic on full display. But before that, may we have the evaluator Toastmaster Amelia Said to read out the speaker's project objective. Please put your hands together for the evaluator Toastmaster Amelia Said.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishan. Give me a moment. I'll just open the document that I'm supposed to check for our speaker today. Toastmaster Rohan is going to deliver his speech from level 5 project. It is the second speech. He has already presented the first speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to build a cohesive team and host an event. The purpose of this speech is for the member to introduce and let us know about the team building event and give us a detailed insight. Looking forward for your speech, Rohan. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amelia. Let me tell you a bit about Toastmaster Rohan. He is a techie and works in a tech startup. He has been a Toastmaster for around 2.5 years. And when it comes to the thought he had for sports, he believes sports is just a medium for people to bond over, which stays on for a lot longer after the game is over. Very well said, Toastmaster Rohan. And the one trait which he learned is the importance and power of a team that encourages one another to grow and to be the best versions of themselves. That is something he look forward to in his team as well. Please welcome Toastmaster Rohan on full display. On full display, Toastmaster Rohan.
Footballers, cricketers, Olympic gold medalists. What comes to your mind when I say those three words to you? Let me drill it down a bit further. David Beckham, Michael Jordan, and Virat Kohli. What comes to your mind now? Does skill come to mind? Does personality come to mind? Does perseverance and hard work come to mind? You see, I have a theory. It goes way beyond just skill and talent. You see, we cherish and are inspired by these top sportsmen because of the shared camaraderie they have with the team members, with the bonds that they create with the team that help them grow one another and achieve their position and the success they have achieved till date. My theory is that that is because of the team they work with, the shared values that are on full display every time they come to the pitch to play that last ball, to win that last gold medal. So I went out to test this theory. Mr. Sportsmaster of the Day and fellow Sportsmasters in the audience. In November 2020, I went on a project to work on growing our club Toastmasters Delhi with this theory of shared values. I came up with 3 ideas and executed these projects over the past couple of months. Town Hall 2020, member journey videos, and Instagram live workshops. I go over them one by one. Town Hall 2020 was a culmination of everything Toastmasters stands for. It represented the value of learning by doing. And my teammate in this endeavor was Toastmaster Nupper, who is my personal mentor and a long-standing backbone of Toastmaster Delhi, who came by to deliver this incredible meeting for us. She highlighted the values that Toastmasters stands for and all the opportunities available to our members and the guests who join us at Toastmaster Delhi. What value came on play? Learning by doing, long-standing association by Toastmaster Nupper, and that became our shared value together. The second initiative, member journey videos. I thought it would be good to document the journeys of veteran Toastmasters in our club. And who better to do that than Toastmaster Aisha and Toastmaster Jagdish? Both of them highlighted the journey they went through before joining Toastmasters and where they are today. While Toastmaster Aisha used this to get over her fear of the stage, Toastmaster Jagdish used this as a platform to develop professional skills. What value did we share there? Diversity in our member base. We had 2 separate opposite ends of the spectrum and that does not stop here. It extends to every single member of our club who bring something different, some new perspective to the table. And that is the second shared value that I learned within the team, diversity. The third event, Instagram live workshops. I enlisted Toastmaster Bhavna to deliver a fascinating table topic workshop on our Instagram live. Where else have you heard of a club, a Toastmasters club, conducting workshops not on Zoom, not in person, but on Instagram in real time and delivering such an eye-opening, informative session in front of everyone, and also including all of us within the journey. What value did we share there? Appetite to try out new things and not being afraid of venturing into the unknown. So these are the 3 values that I shared with my team throughout the last couple of months. With a brand new executive committee and new members joining our club, these 3 values became the defining moment of the last 4 months and will continue to be the pillars on which our shared values within Toastmasters Delhi stands. What are the 3 values again? Learning by doing, diversity, and appetite to try out new things. You see, that is what I believe Toastmasters of Delhi stands for. And that is how I interacted with my team members and learned so much from my interactions and working together on these projects. What value do you share, Toastmaster Shank? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohan Bansal, for such a wonderful speech. Let's have a big round of applause for Toastmaster Rohan. Please take 30 seconds to give your feedback for the speaker. Timer, please show the red card after 30 seconds.
I've just posted the link.
Okay, so before coming to the most loved section, table topic session, let me ask the timer, like, is there any disqualification as a result of not meeting the time guidelines? Toastmaster Nimit.
No, there have been no disqualifications, but TMOD Ishank Bansal has a allotted time of 4 to 5 minutes. So he exceeded that a bit in the opening speech and took around 6 minutes. So that was just one disqualification. Apart from that, no disqualification in speeches.
Okay, like I am concerned about the speakers only.
Yes.
But thank you for your suggestion.
We
Please mark.
will not vote for TMOD Ishank Bansal in the prepared speech column now.
I thought till now you're asking every time where.
We'll have the vote towards the end.
For speakers also.
So,
No, for speakers now. Do the vote now and then.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So please mark your ballot and vote for the best prepared speaker. Raise your hand as I take your name, Toastmaster Amelia.
No, Toastmaster Shank, we have a ballot on Zoom. Just 1 second. I'll just launch it.
Okay. Please vote for the best speakers. You have the poll on your screen. Is the poll over, Rohan?
2 more votes to go.
I didn't see the link.
Anyone who has not seen the link can please give their vote to Rohan Bansal. I'm closing the voting link now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahed. So now let us begin our table topic session, which I love the most. So the table topic master of the day is none other than our youngest member of the club, Toastmaster Shahed Anwar. And what a beautiful thought he shared on sports. He shared sports should not just be a hobby or a profession. He had a thought like we develop various other traits of our personality when we work on the sports of our choices. We develop discipline, order, mindfulness, etc. And the one trait which he learned from sports by playing, especially by playing chess, is he developed a state of strategic planning and mindfulness and tolerance and respect for other opponent. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Shahed Anwar Rafi. Over to you, Shahed sir.
Thank you, Mr. TMOD. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear friends. I hope you are all doing well. Let's unmute ourselves and let's talk to each other. Why it's so serious? It's like winter has already gone. Yeah, when winter is gone, we don't have to make so many noises. Only the AC makes the noise, and we have to just listen to the AC. Okay, so I would like to have a raise of hands from someone who would like to tell me his favorite sport. Anyone? I would request the guest to please come on camera.
Yes.
Good evening, Geeta ma'am. Yes, Geeta ma'am.
My favorite sport is badminton. More because my son used to play that game, and I used to enjoy watching him play. He was a national champion, so I used to enjoy. That became my favorite game.
Okay, great. So you have been watching him a lot, and he became a national champion by playing badminton. Wow, that's good. Okay, so here is my table topic for you. But before I move to the table topic, I would like to explain what is the table topic all about. Table topic session is a session in Toastmasters, any Toastmasters meeting, where you have to speak for 2.5 minutes. Now, how do you speak for 2.5 minutes? It's very easy. Women like Toastmaster Amelia can speak for 20 minutes. Men like me can speak for 30 minutes, and so on and so forth. We can all speak for as much of time as we can. But if somebody suddenly asks you something and they ask you, tell you about it, then what happens? The cat gets our tongue. I don't know if the cat gets it or the lion gets it, but someone gets our tongue. We get cold feet. Our mind becomes numb. We are not able to think at all. So this beautiful platform of Toastmasters helps you remove all your fears. They will make you help run the cat away and maybe bring out the lion in you. We'll put some water under your feet so that your feet do not become cold. And what else we can do? We can support you, we can empower you to become a better version of yourself. So in this table topic session, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'm trying to make it as your choice. This time I'm going to make it a little innovative. I'm going to give it as per your choice. And in this, you will be given 30 seconds to think after I have spoken the topic. And then you will be given 2 minutes to speak. At 1 minute, you will be shown the green card. That is the qualifying time to deliver an impromptu speech. At 1.5 minutes, it will be the yellow card that will tell you that, okay, we are enough hearing you. And at red, we'll definitely be saying, please stop, because that's all we need to hear from you. This is how the timing is done. This is how time management is done. Our mind does not think beyond 2.5 minutes. It gets distracted. So we have to make a point that we are understood within those 2.5 minutes. That is why the red card is shown to you, that now we say we are done. Okay. With this, and in this table topic session, the protocol or the norm is that we call in a stalwart Toastmaster first, and so that the guest can understand what is going on, how it is to be done, it is being done. And then I will mandatorily catch hold of you all guests. So do not go away from the camera, stay there, and I'm going to bring out your fears, and you will definitely feel a serendipitous. Did I pronounce it yet? I don't know. Maybe our Toastmaster, word master will tell us if I pronounced it good or not, because I'm not good at grammar. I was taught in a Kendriya Vidyalaya in Delhi. Anyways, with this, I start. Okay, Toastmaster Geeta. You love seeing badminton. You love seeing your son playing badminton, and he's already a national champion. So here is my topic for you. Toastmaster Geeta, what first thought comes into your mind when your son hits the shuttle with the racket? What first thought comes into your mind when your son hits the shuttle with the racket?
Thank you so much for that amazing topic. Yeah, like all mothers, my heart is filled with pride when he started playing badminton. He was a very lanky little boy, very thin and very short when he was in his primary school, primary, even in his seventh and eighth. And when he won his nationals, that was in eighth standard, when he won the nationals, you will be, and Delhi state number one. Even at that time, the heading that was there in the paper, in the newspaper, in Indian Express, it was size does not matter. So when I would tell somebody proudly that my son is a badminton champion, and they would ask me, okay, let's see, and they would see a tiny lanky little boy and unimaginable, though now he is of course very tall and 6 feet tall and sturdy. But at that time, badminton certainly helped him in maintaining his physical fitness, and that taught him even later, now that after his 10th standard, he was not able to involve much in badminton because there was studies to go with. He had to choose either of the two. But even in his college, even in his further studies, in his hostel, he would continue to play at least the inter-college level game, badminton game. So that really fills my heart with pride, because I want every child to involve in sports. Sports keeps you physically and mentally fit. I have seen, being a teacher, I've seen number of children who are into sports. They are more intelligent than we cannot say that it is time wasted. It is never wasted. Though when they grow up, when it is a serious professional level studies, then they have to get rid of one of the two, either of the two, either take full professional sports as their career, or studies. But in the initial stage, they can always play their games side by side along with their studies, and that will certainly help them in their studies. That's all from my side. Over to you, table topic master Shahed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. I also love badminton. And I also love the national champion who played badminton. Not because he played badminton, but because he has a lovely daughter called Deepika Padukone. So everyone has their own reasons for loving badminton. I love badminton because Deepika Padukone was the son of a national champion. Okay. Now, anyone to raise a hand before I move on to the guest, the mandatory ones. Anyone else from the new Toastmasters who want to try? Kamal, are you interested? Okay. Kamal, which is your favorite sports?
Well, sir, cricket is my favorite game.
Okay. Cricket is your favorite game. Toastmaster Kamal, imagine yourself as Virat Kohli.
Okay.
And you have just gone to the field and have been bowled immediately. You have been bowled out immediately, and you have to go back to the pavilion.
Okay.
And Anushka Sharma is waiting there for you.
Okay.
What will be your reaction when Anushka is sitting there all red-eyed and red-faced that you have been bowled out immediately? How will you express your feelings to her that it was because you wanted to come back to her from the field that you got yourself out? Toastmaster Kamal, it's a dialogue you have to tell.
Oh. I will try
as Virat Kohli to Anushka.
Thank you, table topic master Shahed sir. So I thanks a lot for this opportunity to speak on this topic. As I imagine, as you consider, as you give me the as a role of Virat Kohli. So if I am a Virat Kohli and playing for India, right? So it's a very big opportunity for me. And as we all know, the name Virat Kohli is a great player in cricket. So everybody expect when he comes to the field, everybody expect 100, a century from him. And if he bowled out on 0, so which is surely a difficult situation for the viewers. And you also mentioned like Anushka Sharma is sitting in the pavilion. So that is a difficult thing for a Virat Kohli. So I will manage to handle her arrogance. Like I have bowled out this time, but I will do it better again in the coming matches. So that's from my end. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. It clearly shows that you are still not married, not able to handle the likes of Anushka Sharma. Just wait till you are bowled out and go back to your spouse and get to know what happens. Lack of success is never an excuse for your spouse. The moment you decide that you are coming for her just because you have failed, remember that you have failed and you are going to have some good bashing from her. This is 32 years of experience speaking, not Virat Kohli.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful experience.
Thank you so much. Okay, now I would like to call upon a guest. The one and only guest we have right now is Lavina here. Lavina, how are you?
Hi, Shahed. I'm good. Thank you.
So let me introduce you people to Lavina, or maybe Lavina to you all. Lavina is my almost next colony neighbor. She was at some time a neighbor of mine at that time. Her father was my family physician, and she just came upon to this Toastmasters platform by chance. And while I left, while I was there in the same vicinity that she is in right now, she might not have even seen me, but she's the friend of my friend's daughters. So she is just too young to even know that I was living close to her. And I might not even have seen her playing around in the game. So I don't know what game she plays. So, okay, Lavina, so let us know, what game do you play?
It's been a while since I've played any sports or games, to be honest, Shahed. But if I may take the liberty, I would say I like playing games of flights of fantasy. I'm a big reader. So my favorite pastime is just imagining.
Okay, welcome to the club, Lavina. Imagination, the biggest time pass, the biggest sport of everyone. Anyone who says I am not good at imagination, I do not fantasize, is actually lying. The moment a person is born in the womb of her mother, he starts imagining, oh my goodness, what a comfortable place. Oh my goodness, here is food coming, here is liquid coming, here is, oh my God, this is not good. No, this is not good. And he keeps on imagining good things in his slumber of 9 months. And when he comes out, he starts crying, he starts shouting, because his fantasy is broken. So today, I'm going to help Lavina live her fantasy. I don't know if it is her fantasy. Lavina, imagine that you have 3 very cruel stepsisters, and you have been given a boon by your fairy godmother, and you are going to become Cinderella. Imagine you are Cinderella and you have gone to this fantastic party where your Prince Charming is there and he is taking you for a ball. And since the Cinderella story says that after some time you have to leave the party, it has to come home by midnight. The biggest problem, even in dreams, even in fantasies, even in stories, these people tell the girls to go home before midnight. My goodness, so much of feminism, so much of challenges in this world. I just can't believe it. Anyway, so you are supposed to reach back home by midnight. What you need to do is you have to delay your visit so that your Prince Charming catches you in the middle and you don't have to go home. Tell me, what will you do all the way while you are running towards your glass chariot, throwing off all your fantasy clothes and all that, and coming back to your rags and things. Just imagine, use your fantasy, use your imagination to draw us a picture of that journey from the ballroom to your house with your Prince Charming following you.
And thank you, Shahed. That will entail some thinking. So I'm Cinderella. The clock is chiming 12. I need to return as per the instructions of my fairy godmother, but I don't want to. I want to stay with my Prince Charming. I fear, however, all my fancy clothes will go away and convert back to my smock. My beautiful hair, my makeup would fade away, and the marks of the ashes I've incurred from sweeping near the hearth will start reappearing. But will the prince like me if that happens? I'm facing this dilemma while I'm running towards my carriage. Should I run? Should I give him a chance? Should I stay back? That's too many shoulds. But if he is deserving of me, he will love me and accept me for whom I am rather than this facade that I'm presenting. I'm not looking for a blip in time. I'm not looking for one evening. I'm looking for something more. So he might as well know the real me. So while I am running because I want to draw him away from the vicinity, I don't want everybody else to see me in those rags. Just him. Only his opinion matters. At the moment, as I slow down, he starts to catch up. I ask him to get into the carriage with me so that he can see the whole experience himself of the carriage turning into a pumpkin, the horses turning into mice, me transforming before his eyes. It'll be easier to explain to him when he actually sees it himself. Let's see what his reaction is. Will it turn out to be serendipity? Thank you.
Excellent, excellent, Lavina. This is so good. See, today I realized that if you are good at something, start doing it. This is how sports is helping us. Even the sports of having a fantasy, we have created such a good and vivid dream of how to catch that person to see the real you and accept you as you are. Fantastic. Now, who else? A volunteer, please. Yes. Toastmaster Bhavna. Okay, Toastmaster Bhavna, which is your favorite sports? And don't tell me singing because I'll have to make you sing then.
I'm not very much into sports, but I used to enjoy badminton and swimming.
Okay, swimming and badminton. Okay. Toastmaster Bhavna, you said swimming and badminton, you enjoy both. Imagine yourself in a swimming pool playing badminton.
I knew this.
Now, I want you to, now there is a twist in this tale. You don't have to swim. You have been given the powers by the mighty Albert Dumbledore that you can walk on water as well as your opponent. So your badminton playground is the swimming pool, and you have to play badminton there with your opponent. Imagine and describe the position that you are in and how are you feeling while doing it. Toastmaster Bhavna.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shahed sir, for that very funny but interesting topic. I wouldn't say that I'm bad with imagination because I'm quite good with imagination. But right now, more than expressing something, I really feel like laughing. But let me tell you what it is that I'm imagining. So first of all, of course, I'll feel very happy if I'm gifted with such a talent that I can play both the sports in one area or in one environment. So initially, it would be very uncomfortable because I love to swim, but I don't like to play badminton on a swimming pool. But I think it's going to be really exciting and interesting to play badminton because I love being in water. It makes you feel so calm and so serene. And I've always loved spending time in beaches or anything that has water in it. So I think it would be an amazing experience to play badminton with my opponent on a swimming pool. It'll be something that I've never done before, and I always love challenges and I always love taking up new things in life. And it'll be a life-changing experience for me, and also it'll help me gather good stories to come and express at table topic events like this at Toastmasters. So I think the experience would be really funny and worth sharing with. And it's going to be difficult, but I'm sure it'll help me hone my skills of being a swimmer as well as a badminton player who plays badminton not on the fields but in a swimming pool. And that is something which will make me unique. And I'm really happy that you gave me this opportunity to imagine something as unusual as this. Only I think someone like you can give us such fun loving topics. And I think I would cherish this moment and I would try to actually play badminton the next time I go into a pool and see how it feels. And then I'll come and tell you how it's going to be. Thank you so much. Over to you, Shahed sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna. Trust you and your really, really intelligent mind to turn an absurd topic into a fantastic speech. Toastmaster Bhavna, you are a gem. Great. Okay, now I have another guest from another club. She has been a very regular feature in our club meetings. She's very enthusiastic and very talented. I would like to please help me welcome Toastmaster Nupper on the camera. We'd like to hear from you, Nupper.
Thank you so much for that welcome, Shahed sir. Unfortunately, my camera is not working, and for all the good reasons, mind you. But it's not working today, so I'll not be able to switch it on. And also, since I am evaluating the table topics, I'm wondering if I should take up a table topic.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were a table topic evaluator, but don't worry. Since I have selected you, I will evaluate your speech.
That would be an honor. Thank you.
Evaluate yourself. Okay, so Toastmaster Nupper, which is your favorite sports? Please don't tell me about your son's favorite sports or your daughter's favorite sport. I want to know about your favorite sports.
Well, let me combine all the three. Why don't I say Luka Chupi with my son and daughter?
Oh, goodness. Wow. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, Toastmaster Nupper. Let's imagine that we all 15 in this group are playing hide and seek. That is called Luka Chupi.
Yeah.
And Toastmaster Aisha is the one who is going to seek you. So where is the place that you would like to hide in your home where Toastmaster Aisha cannot reach you? And trust me, she has 3 eyes. She can reach you anywhere. So please better find a place where you can really, really hide. Over to Toastmaster Nupper.
Thank you so much for giving me that topic, DTM Shahed. As we have seen, this is one of the quick wit topics and a wonderful one indeed. And as everyone else did, I'm actually imagining all of us really playing Luka Chupi, and maybe we can pick this up in the next on-site meeting as a game that we have. However, coming back to the topic, I'm not sure how many of you are aware, but I also have a cat and a chihuahua. And if nothing else, what they have taught me till now is where to hide so that we can spend at least 10-15 minutes looking for them all around the house. So I know, looking at my size, I might not fit in the places where my chihuahua or my cat does. But I am sure I'm still able to climb up the cupboards and the top shelves, as we in Lucknow language call tar, or the top shelves, attics as they call it. I feel it would be difficult for Aisha ma'am to find those places, but Aisha ma'am will have to take a chance, and I think I would really like to invite you home to see how it goes. Well, that is all from me today. Thank you so much for the wonderful topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roper, for doing a multitasking job. Even while evaluating these speakers, you have also given a speech. That is fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, now anyone else? Let's take one more topic and then I'll hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day. Anyone who would like to try his table topping speaking skills? Okay, we have Nimit Malhan, we have Amelia Sayed. Anyone else? Anyone else? So Amelia is going down from and up from down with this catch me if you can. Okay, I'll give this chance to first her favorite mentee, Nimit Malhan, and then I'll move on to you. Okay, Nimit, your favorite sport?
My favorite is cricket.
Your favorite is cricket. Oh my goodness. Okay. So how long have you been playing cricket or watching cricket?
I used to play professionally since
Okay.
I was 9 or 10. So I played till 18, 19, but then I suffered an injury and had to undergo surgery. Post that, I can't play. Now I just watch.
Okay, great. Nimit, I have a very interesting topic for you. Since you have been a national player, you must have gone through a lot of history of cricket. So there is a fantastic cricketer, an all-rounder, someone who has been very good at cricket, someone who has really made a name out of himself. And I'm talking about none other than the legend of cricket, Kapil Dev.
Yes.
Now, I want you to mimic Kapil Dev in the best way possible. When he comes on the stage, he comes on the playground and he says something to his fellow cricketers. As you already know that Kapil did not have a very good English. He had a Haryanvi slang and the way he used to speak. I would like you to mimic him for the next 2 minutes. Toastmaster Nimit.
So, thank you, Toastmaster Shahed, for giving me such an out-of-box topic. Firstly, I haven't seen him speaking on the ground much in English because since the time I have been playing and watching cricket, he was not much associated with BCCI. Though I have seen a little bit of commentary, and previous to that, when he was playing cricket, he won us the World Cup in the famous World Cup 1984, and he's famously known for 175 that he made. I was not even born. So this kind of topic, I'm finding it very much out of the box, how to say, but I will try it. So I will try when he's commentating on any of the present cricketers, like say, we can say Virat Kohli or we can say Ravindra Jadeja. Usually he speaks in Hindi, so I've not heard much of his English, but yes, I will try to give a snapshot of that. So Virat Kohli is playing. He's batting on 20 runs. And here, a very talented bowler, Pritley, is bowling. So here comes Pritley. Oh, a bouncer. This was a very difficult delivery to play. So thankfully, Virat Kohli left it. Otherwise, he might have top edged it and have landed towards the square leg fielder or the deep mid wicket fielder or the deep fine leg fielder. So it's good that he left it. I can just think right now this. Thank you, Toastmaster Side, for giving this topic.
It's not always winning, it's always playing. Well done, Toastmaster Nimit, for taking up this very difficult topic and playing it very well. I really wanted to hear you mimic Kapil Dev, and you did that in the last 30 seconds fantastically. Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Nimit. Toastmaster Amelia, what is your favorite topic other than being an Instagrammer?
That is my favorite sport topic.
Okay, yeah, that's your favorite sport. Instagramming is your favorite sport now. Instagramming has become a sport now. Okay.
Yes.
So you
I
want
did it.
to, okay, so you want to talk about Instagramming. You want me to give you a topic on Instagramming as a sport, right? Okay.
Yes.
Toastmaster Amelia has a very proactive mind and just as proactive thoughts, because of which she has a very proactive speaking skill. So today I'm going to test her speaking skills. She is a very prominent Instagrammer. She always comes with some anecdotes on Instagram that make people laugh and make people look up to her. Toastmaster Amelia, You are a housemaid who has been hired to clean your home, and you have to go on Instagram and say your salary to your would-be house wife, whoever she is. You have to give a price for the work that you will do, and you have to sell yourself there on Instagram. And you have to do it in chaste Hindi.
Hindi?
Yes. You will have to speak like a Kaam wali bai in Hindi.
Oh, okay. I'm really surprised. I mean, my topic hasn't started, but then Hindi or English is like, yes, wonderful. So should I start now, or do you want
Yes,
to say
please
anything about
start. Please start. You are a Kaam wali bai right now who has to sell herself to work in your own home for a very strong price.
my home?
Yes, you are a housewife also. To mimic a housemaid that you are presenting yourself to yourself.
अयो रामा, इतना काम है मुझे, इतना काम है, मैं काम करते करते ही मर जाती हूँ। लेकिन ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, एक काम करती हूँ, घर का काम तो करना ही पड़ता है। अब ये काम मैं आगे भी शुरू कर देती हूँ। आस पड़ोस में पता करती हूँ कितने लोगों को चाहिए काम वाली बाई। काम वाली बाई चाहिए मतलब सफाई। एक तो सफाई का मुझे कीड़ा बचपन से है, तो मैं तो मतलब बिल्कुल एकदम हर चीज चमाचम चमका देती हूँ। तो अगर आपको अपना घर चमाचम चमकाता हुआ चाहिए तो आप लोग मुझसे बात कीजिए। अब क्यों बात कीजिए? मैं हर चीज पे इतना ध्यान देके सफाई करती हूँ, मेरे घर वाले मुझसे परेशान हैं। अरे इतनी सफाई को क्या करना है, यहाँ पे बैठ के क्या करना है, जमीन को क्या चाट के साफ करोगी, कैसे साफ करोगी? अरे छोड़ दो इतनी सफाई करना। अब आ गया, अच्छा ठीक है, फर्श तो साफ कर लिया, लेकिन मैं तो हर चीज धो के रख देती हूँ। मैंने तो सब्जी भी धो के रख दी, एक दिन पेपर भी धो दिया, क्योंकि कोरोना के टाइम पे बोल रहे थे पेपर में भी वायरस आएगा। तो अगर आपको अपना घर एकदम स्वच्छ, सुंदर, साफ, सुसज्जित चाहिए तो मुझसे संपर्क कर लीजिए। और अगर आपको ये लगता है कि आपके घर में कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो सफाई के बारे में ध्यान नहीं देते हैं, तो भी आप मुझसे संपर्क करिए, क्योंकि मैं उनको बोल बोल के सफाई के बारे में नया कीड़ा ला दूंगी। तो जिनके पति अपना तौलिया गीला वाला बेड पे छोड़ देते हैं, या कुछ भी ऐसा कहीं भी गंदे पैर जूते लेके अंदर चले जाते हैं, उनके लिए तो मैं खास एक डंडी लेके रखती हूँ। पैरों में 2 डंडी लगाऊंगी, जूते बाहर उतार कर आएंगे, और मैं उस वक्त जरूर रहूंगी। लेकिन इस काम की कीमत है बाबा, इस काम की कीमत ये है कि आपको मुझे 2000 रुपया घंटा देना पड़ेगा। अब इतना सारा मेहनत करूंगी तो मुझे 2000 रुपया घंटा तो चाहिए ना। अगर नहीं देंगे, नहीं दे सकते हैं, तो थोड़ा डिस्काउंट कर दूंगी। ठीक है, 20% डिस्काउंट आपके लिए, क्योंकि होली आ रही है ना, अब तो आपको सफाई की जरूरत पड़ेगी। और होली वाले दिन तो मैं ही काम आऊंगी। मैं ना पूरा रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस, पूरे नियम कानून लगा के बिठा दूंगी कि ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है। तो देखो ऐसा है, अगर आपको अपना घर होली पे भी साफ चाहिए, मुझे बुला लो, 2000 रुपया घंटा, बस, ज्यादा नहीं। थैंक यू, ओवर टू यू।
Thank you, Toastmaster Amelia. I'm really not going to hire you, because the 3 things that you will do to me is use your stick on my feet, and my wife is going to pay you by the minute for doing that. So no vacancy in my house for you. Okay, that is all from my side. Today, I really learned certain really serendipitous things. One, I was not prepared for this role. Two, all the topics that I chose were of the choice of the speakers. Three, it was a fantastic meeting. It was a fantastic session, because in this very session, we were energetic enough to listen to everyone. We were energetic enough to be ready that we will be called upon stage by the table topic master. This is the power of being a table topic master. Any big role, the EOMD, GE, or table topics, this is what it gives you: the power to lead, the power to take over, and the power to communicate whatever thoughts you have. That is all from my side. I would like to hand over the stage back to our debutant Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ishan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahed, for such a wonderful table topic session. You throw all the bouncers to the contestant, but how very well all the contestants did it very well. So to all the people, you are having the poll for best table topic speaker. Please share your votes.
Everyone, please vote. We have 6 votes. Yeah.
Wow, what a poll today. Nobody seems like to be a winner today. And
Guys,
everyone
2
is
more votes. Please vote.
We still need 2 more votes.
I don't know. Something happened to
Okay,
my.
No problem. Please give your vote to Rohan.
Is the voting over, Shahed sir?
Yes.
Okay. So moving forward now, let us begin the third and the final session of the day, that is the evaluation section. So the journal evaluator for the day is Toastmaster Aisha Praveen ma'am. Over to you, Aisha ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ishan. Good evening, everyone. And without wasting any time, first I would like to call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Bhavna Sarma, who evaluated Toastmaster Amelia. Toastmaster Bhavna Sarma.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, the main highlight of Toastmaster Amelia's speech was definitely her key message, which was "Thy name is power," where she described about the epitome of a woman, her strength, her struggles, and her grace. Even more than that, what I like most about her speeches every time is the clarity and the conviction with which she expresses her message. She literally has the ability and the power to hammer the message in the right manner to the listeners' minds. She has got an extremely natural flow of thoughts, and she seemed really well prepared with her speech to an extent that it looked and it seemed as if it was something that she was speaking on the spot, and it did not look as a prepared speech, which is really, really commendable. And I love the way she feels each and every word when she speaks. Now, as much as a speech can be good, there is always room for improvement. Now, I have just 2 suggestions for you. When you start your speech and when you end your speech, probably you can take 2 to 3 seconds pause so that your audience is well settled to listen to your speech. And at the end, before you hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, probably you can take about 3 to 4 seconds pause so that the impact lasts longer on the listeners' minds. To sum it up, I absolutely loved the conviction and the energy and the feelings with which you share your message to your audience, and the way you always motivate us to be a good speaker just like you are. And I look forward to many more such toasts from you. And I loved your speech, and overall it was a very impactful, motivating, as well as a very touching message and a wonderful toast. Thank you so much. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna. And our next evaluator is Toastmaster Amelia Said, who evaluated Toastmaster Rohan Bansal. Toastmaster Amelia.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha, for that opportunity. What is a powerful team like if it is without a strong and a leader who is full of conviction, a leader who has plans? And that was the Toastmasters Rohan speech all about. It told us how team building, how to bring people together, and how to conduct tasks which can make or bring drastic changes is what we need to learn. Shared values was the core word I learned. And I learned 3 shared core values as well, which are very much now imprinted on my mind. I'm sure the audience also has it there. So you can show your thumbs up if you want to when I ask this. Well, Toastmaster Rohan presented the speech with a clear voice, clarity, and confidence. That was the best part. We could still hear the words echoing in our ears. a very well structured and a content that was so well presented. I want to applaud you for that. And the evidence or the supporting details of facts were also meticulously taken care in the speech. With all that said and done, we have scope of improvement for every speech. There was time when the body language was a little still, or rather not moving. So the hands were closing at the wrong moment, opening at the wrong moment, and there was a lack of vocal variety, which should bring in that positivity or that kind of influence to the listeners. There were certain pauses that could have been used to make that speech absorb more nicely. And one thing that I really missed was the call of action towards the end of the speech, because the whole motive of any speech in Toastmasters is to definitely grill the mind and ask everyone to think about it and do it, maybe take care of it in their lives, do it themselves. But what I loved about this speech is what I'll come back. I'm sure with these recommendations, the speaker will improve in future speeches. What I really loved, the kind of leadership, the team building, the spirit, the confidence, the clarity, and that plan of action that was well presented in Toastmaster Rohan's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Aisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amelia. Our third evaluator is Toastmaster Nupper Avasthi. As a table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Nupper. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amelia. Today, it looked like it was my evaluation as a table topic evaluator with the kind of table topics given by DTM Shahed. So I will try to see if I did justice to that or not. And also, there are times when the entire lengthy topics have not been covered. Let's just start with the first one, and the first table topic master, first Toastmaster to give the table topic was Geeta Kashyap. And the topic was, what was the first thought that came to your mind when your son hits the shuttle with the racket? We could hear that pride in your voice, Master Geeta, that about your son and the situation when you remembered the scenario, the competitions that you attended, where you actually went and you saw your son play. His evolution, his improvement from in the terms of physical capacity from the early age to what he is now. So that pride of a mother did shine through, and it was really lovely. There was one thing that I suggest is that if you could have shared the actual instance of a competition, what happened there in the competition when the shuttle was actually hit, would have added value. However, overall, a very good speech, especially when you emphasize the importance of the changes games bring to your physical and mental fitness. The next Toastmaster was Toastmaster Kamal. And the topic was, if he was Virat Kohli and was bowled, went to the pavilion, and Anushka was waiting with teary-eyed, how would he have convinced her? Now, the way, the humor that you found in that situation, and when you thanked Shahed sir for making you Virat Kohli so that you could imagine the situation, was really great. And you tried to do a lot of justice to the topic. So overall, a good try. The suggestion that I have is, the request was a dialogue. So if you could have added a dialogue between Anushka and Virat, that could have been interesting for us to hear. Overall, a good speech as Virat Kohli. The third table topic, the third Toastmaster was a guest, Lavina, and was given the Cinderella story. I would really like to mention here that as there are very few guests who can deliver a table topic the way Lavina did, and it was really great to see the wonderful picturization of the scenario that was created, and also the usage of words. The dictionary that was used was really impressive in that table topic. A suggestion here is to keep the camera on a certain level so that the shot is not from down there, but just on your eye level so that people feel that they're looking into your eye when you're speaking. But overall, a great delivery as a guest. Thank you, Lavina, for that. The next one was Bhavna, Toastmaster Bhavna, and was given a topic to combine two sports into one. It definitely was a unique delivery. Toastmaster Bhavna was really able to combine both the sports and make a unique situation out of it. As also mentioned by Shahed sir, that was an interesting way of understanding or putting across the table topic, a new point of view that you could bring. A recommendation from my side here would be the structure of speech. I understand that when we are delivering a table topic, especially when the topics are so witty, it's difficult to put an intro body and conclusion to it. However, if that would really add value to the structure. So thank you so much for that, wonderful table topic and the delivery, Toastmaster Bhavna. The next one was Nimit Malhan. And the topic was to mimic Kapil Dev in the best possible manner. And there it was a very unique way that Nimit, you mentioned, you brought out the topic and were very open to the fact that you would not have seen Kapil Dev on the ground actually when he was speaking in English, and we have all seen just his, or at least your generation would just have seen the commentary that he gave. And at the end, when you mentioned those 30 seconds, when you actually tried to portray the dialogue, that was really great. Something that I personally would suggest, and we'll have to, as at least for this tabletop Toastmasters of Delhi, what I see the trend is, I think it would have been okay if even it was in Hindi, the dialogue could have been in Hindi mimicking Kapil Dev. That would have been something that we would have loved to hear. At least personally, I would have loved to hear. So that was one small recommendation, but a great try on that, Nimit. Thank you. The last one, before I request DTM Shahed to evaluate myself, is Toastmaster DTM Amelia and the entire Kamwali Bai situation. I'm just wondering how many Ys would there be who would really be willing to give a call to DTM Amelia and asking them to come right away, if for nothing else, then at least to sort out the towel and the shoes story with her. So that was a very well thought of and very well delivered speech. Thank you so much, DTM Amelia. And I was so engrossed in that that I do not have any recommendations on that. So overall, a very well delivered speech. That was all from my side. I would request DTM Shahed to evaluate my table topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nipper. Toastmaster Nipper got this as a surprise. Even I got this as a surprise that she's a table topic evaluator. This is the first time we did not see the agenda and saw who are the role players is. My apologies for that, but then you really did justice. Toastmaster Nupper did really do justice with the topic of Luka Chuppi. And the best thing I like about the speeches or the presentations that Toastmaster Nupur gives, that she has given quite a few in my club, as well as I have heard her in Noida Nokia, is that whatever comes her way, she's a good sports person. Whatever comes her way, she takes it in her stride. And if I will talk about her as a cricketer, she always throws it up in the sky for a sixer. If I take her as a what do you call footballer, she always goes for a goal, a final penalty goal. And if I talk about her as a hide and seek kind of sports person, then she is not the one who can be hidden from this game. She always comes up as someone who takes charge and gives up some really beautiful articulations of the way she speaks. She always mentions her native land, that is the land of the Rani ki Jhansi ki Rani, and she also talks about her kids and her family. This is how we share our feelings. This is how we share our impromptu speeches with our people, because we connect from the heart, we connect with conviction. This is what I saw in her speeches. I have no recommendations because I could not see go beyond any body language or vocal variety. I could not get into that. So well done, Toastmaster Nupur. I always throw a googly at her most of the times, and she's really good at putting it on a sixer. Over to you again, so that you can hand over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Team Shahed. So that were the table topic evaluations. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nupur. And now please vote for the best evaluator. They are Toastmaster Bhavna Sharma, Toastmaster Amelia, and Toastmaster Nupur Avasthi. Now it's time to call our auxiliary role players report. First, I would like to call Toastmaster Simranjit Kaur, Graminian of the day, for her report. Toastmaster Simranjit Kaur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aisha. So here's my report. So there were very good words that were used in the speeches. So some of them are enormous, share, decorum, nurturer, emerges, preservance, cherish, lanky, conviction, and engrossed. And yes, so I found out that I noticed that there were few things that we guys need to work on were the plural and the singular words recognition. For example, I noticed that there was a sentence having playing a sport. It could be playing a sport or playing sports. Then there was some past sentence that we need to work on. As I've noticed, as you gave me can be used as you gave me, and everybody expect can be everybody expects. Whom I am can be who I am. So that's all. And if I generalize the pronunciation mistakes, I would say that we need to work on the pronunciation like for the word which starts with S or which has S in them. For example, some people pronounce sports as sports, stays as stays. So we can work on that. And if the words which have S in them, so people either pronounce it as Z or J. For example, decision should be decision, but people pronounce it as decision or decision. Okay, so we can work on that part. So that's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Simranjeet. Our next auxiliary role player is Toastmaster Kamal as a R counter. Please come and give your report. Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Aisha. I want to share my screen. I hope all you all can see this screen. So Shahed Anbar has taken 5 hours and 1 short pause. Amelia Saeed has taken 1 short pause. Nupur Avasti has taken 7 hours and and 2 short pause, while Nimit Malhan has taken 2 hours and while Simranjeet has taken 1 short pause. So this is from my report. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Bhavna as an active listener. Toastmaster Bhavna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha. So I've compiled a set of questions that I could note down throughout the meeting, and I'll be asking them one by one, and whoever knows the answer or want to answer can just raise their hands. Okay, the first question is, when did Toastmaster Geeta's son win the nationals? In which standard?
Eight.
Yes, it's 8. Okay.
Sorry, no video, no raising hands. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So the next question is, why does Toastmaster Shahed like badminton? Yes, Toastmaster Kamal?
Yes, Deepika or her father.
Yeah, it's because she's her father's daughter. So, okay. Then, what is guest Nupur's favorite sport? Yes, Toastmaster Amelia?
Luka Chupi.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, so throughout in the TG session, which cricketer was Toastmaster Nimit? Which cricketer did he have to mimic? Yes, Toastmaster Simranjeet?
Kapil Dev.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. Okay, so why do camels have a hump? Yes, Toastmaster Amelia?
To store the water
Yes, that's correct.
To store food.
and water.
No.
Water.
Water.
Okay, what was the most fun time of Toastmaster Rohan's childhood? No, Rohan, you can't answer. Yes, Toastmaster Ishank?
Like when he used to play that game like where we have to bundle the pebbles and hit the ball on them.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Okay, so how did guest Lavina get to know about Toastmasters of Delhi? Toastmaster Rohan?
Distinguished Toastmaster Shahed.
Yeah. Okay. What traits do we learn from sports as mentioned by Toastmaster Ishan? Any 1 or 2 traits that he talked about? Yes, Toastmaster Amelia?
Discipline.
Yes, Toastmaster Nimit?
Courage, self-belief.
Great. Yes, Toastmaster Aisha?
Decision making.
Okay, great, correct. And I have one last question. Since how many years has Toastmaster Amelia been a Toastmaster? Yes, Toastmaster Kamal?
4 year.
Correct, great. So that's all from my side, and I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Aisha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavna, for the wonderful session. And last but not the least, I would like to call Toastmaster Nimit timer for his report. Toastmaster Nimit.
Share my screen. Just wait a second. So as you can see, the time noted by the role players was within time. TMOD Ishang took a little bit extra time, but post that all the auxiliary player roles intro was within time. And in speakers, TM Amelia took 4 minutes 19 seconds and TM Rohan took 5 minutes 23 seconds. In evaluation, Toastmaster Bhavna took 2 minutes 10 seconds and Toastmaster Amelia took 2 minutes 50 seconds. In the role players report, sorry, here actually the name has to be updated. It's Toastmaster Bhavna, who is the active listener. She took a little more time than 2 minutes 30 seconds that was allocated, and she took 3 minutes. Apart from that, everyone was within time. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimit. Now, vote for the best auxiliary role players, and they are Toastmaster Kamal, Toastmaster Nimit, Toastmaster Bhavna, and Toastmaster Simranjeet. Now it's time for my report. Meeting started at 3:30 p.m. sharp. Sergeant at Arm opened the meeting with smiling face and it has did club mission and housekeeping rules clearly and handed over the stage to the president, Rohan Bansal. Rohan Bansal connected his speech to the theme, lighted on theme management. A dedicated president took the introduction of the guest and handed over the stage to a person who joined Toastmaster recently, who participated in a table topic contest, and today he played a Toastmaster of the day. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Ishank. I congratulate Ishank for his courage. Today, you played beyond expectation. I saw confidence, smile, continuously engaged audience. He opened meeting with great energy and told about his life journey. Beautifully correlated theme with real stories. Kudos to you. I saw excellent voice modulation, decision making, self-belief, importance of each second in life. Very impressive. You are a man of the match, Toastmaster Ishan. Kudos to you.
Thank you so much,
I'm
Aisha.
talking about the evaluators, Toastmaster Bhavna, she did first time, I think, and her approach was CRC approach. It is difficult to evaluate Toastmaster Amelia, but the way she evaluated, commendable. She beautifully highlighted the positive aspect, positive things of the speech. She was full of confidence, gave valuable suggestion. And now, and very powerful, really very powerful evaluation. If I'm talking about Toastmaster Amelia and Toastmaster Nupper, no words for Toastmaster Amelia and Toastmaster Nupper evaluation. Both are masters of evaluation, and I learned many things from them. They are gems of our club. And if I'm talking about Toastmaster Shahed, he is always a motivational figure who never miss a chance to encourage a person. Beautifully conducted us this session. All topics were related with him. He asked beautifully about the person favorite game and then gave topic accordingly. And this shows his presence of mind. Kudos to Toastmaster Shahed. And our all auxiliary role players, they are new in our club, but the way they played their role seems they are here for many years. I saw confidence, I saw expression, I saw voice modulation on their face. I remember that when I took My first role, Toastmaster Jaspal took half an hour to convince me to take my first role. Kudos to all auxiliary role players. You are marvelous. Did fantastic job. And in last, I would like to say that life is a game and you are a player. It's your responsibility to play well and win the match. And one day, definitely you will achieve the man of the match award. And this is for my side. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ishan Bansal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aisha Praveen, for leading the evaluation team from the front. Thank you so much for that. So now let me conclude today's session. So, like, as we all heard this quote in our childhood, all work and no play makes Jax a dull boy. It is very well applicable to our life. Sports not only keeps you physically fit, but mentally too. Like for me, sports is something which I like to do whenever I am feeling low in my life. And I feel very relaxed by playing sports only. Also, I want one trait that all of one should possess is to never give up attitude. And let me tell you a very small incident for never give up attitude. I know many of you know this incident. So it is an incident from 1983 World Cup. Who could have imagined India winning the 1983 World Cup if Kapil Dev wouldn't had played that 175 run knock? And yes, India were chasing a big target and India were at 17 for 5 wickets. And then the captain leading from the front came and played a absolutely brilliant lock of 175 runs. Unfortunately, due to some telecast issue, it was not broadcast over the channel, and it is one of the most important knock of his life, and we cannot see that knock. So with that, I want this trait all of one should possess in our life. And apart from this, I end this session by asking a question to all of you present here. Which one trait you all want to include in your life from sports to win the gold medals of your life? Thank you everyone for your participation. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Rohan Bansal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishang, for that very enthusiastic and inspiring closing to sports and what goes beyond it. So before I proceed, I'd like all of you to vote for the best role play. The nominees are Toastmaster Ishang Bansal at Toastmaster of the Day, Distinguished Toastmaster Shahed as Table Topic Master, and Toastmaster Aisha as the General Evaluator. Please vote. You have 30 seconds to do so. All right. So first of all, kudos to Toastmaster Ishang for turning today's meeting into a sport that we all enjoyed. Thank you so much. And all of the traits mentioned, being relaxed or having decision-making skills, also applied to Toastmasters meeting as well. So there were a lot of parallels there. So wonderfully executed. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishang. And I'd like to get the feedback of our guests in the meeting today. Let's see who we have. Toastmaster Geeta is practically a member of Toastmasters Delhi, but I'll still get her feedback as our norms suggest. So Toastmaster Geeta, any feedback for us in this meeting?
Yeah, as always, it was a very amazing meeting. I loved, and the speeches were good. Of course, I didn't listen to one of the speeches, only one I could. I was a little late, and the table topics, very good topics were there. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Geeta. Toastmaster Nupper, can we have your feedback, please?
It's sheer serendipity that we are here together from different clubs and guests are together in this session, sharing some very positive thoughts on sports. And positivity is one thing that I would point out as an answer to Toastmaster Ishang's question, that what is it that we would learn from sports? Because this is something that actually not only connects our mind to in achieving what we want in life, but also to increasing our vibration, so that we actually have attract serendipity around us. And I would really thank everyone for this wonderful, wonderful session. Really enjoyed being here as always. Just a note, anyone who loves romantic movies and who believes in serendipity, do watch the movie as well. It's a good, mushy and nice movie.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nupper, for that's very well said. Thank you so much. Lavina, can we have the feedback, please? Any feedback for us? How did you find the meeting? And yeah.
I absolutely loved the meeting. These were very enjoyable to us. So thank you so much, everybody, especially Shahed. Thanks for encouraging me to come here, and I learned loads. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lavina. I look forward to seeing you again next meeting as well. Thank you so much. All right, now it's time to share the results. Just give me a moment. All right, now I want all of you to guess who is the best auxiliary role player. There were 4 nominations. Take your pick. Anyone? No one? Okay. So sorry, Toastmaster Aisha?
All are winners.
All are winners, absolutely. Absolutely, very well said. The winner for the best auxiliary role player is a debutant role player. She took the role for the very first time. Toastmaster Simranjeet Kaur. Congratulations, Simranjeet.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was a difficult one, actually, the grammarian.
But you did it very well, so congratulations on that. Best table topic speaker. Any guesses? There were so many interesting ones today.
Lavina.
Lavina.
Yes, Lavina.
All of you are right. It's Lavina Mittal. Congratulations, Lavina.
Thank you.
Best evaluator. Guesses, please.
Nupper.
Yes, Simranjeet, you are right. It's Nupur Avasti. Congratulations, Nupur. Best role player.
Ishank. No doubts. Ishank. Ishank.
Absolutely. It's the sports master of today's meeting, Toastmaster Ishank Bansal. Congratulations. A job very well done today.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Best speaker, any guesses? Okay, I won't make you guess because it's me. But
congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending this sport of a meeting. Today we had a couple of announcements. On 20th, we have the Icebreaker Contest, which we are looking forward to very much. Our new members will take part in a speakathon, so to say, and tell us all about themselves in the Icebreaker speech. So thank you so much, everyone, and we look forward. We can stay for some chit chat after this meeting. Stopping the recording.
Yeah, let's stay.
Lavina, you can stay too if you have something to ask, because all the EC members will be there to answer your questions.
Have we stopped the streaming?
Just one.